All right, we're still looking to see if we can use angle relationships formed by a transversal to prove if lines are parallel. And here in example 3, which is on page 210 at the top, we're given this picture of this rowing team. And let's see, let me read this. In order to move in a straight line with maximum efficiency, rowers' oars should be parallel. Refer to the photo at the right. Is it possible to prove that any of the rows are parallel? If so, explain how. If not, explain why not. Well, what we don't know about every rower's oars, do we? So all of those we couldn't possibly tell. But we do have, here's a rower's oar right here. Let's see, we got a rower's oar right here, and we got one right here. And our transversal would be the boat itself. So let's begin to work here. So this angle we're told is 110 degrees, and this angle is 80 degrees. And if those two lines, those two rowers' oars, and the transversal being the boat, the angle relationship by what we've got identified here would be corresponding angles. But you know what? Those are not congruent. So if they're not congruent, they're not parallel. Let's take it a step further. Let's see. So this angle here would be a linear pair to that one that is 110. So that means that they would be supplementary, and that means that angle's got to be 70. And the same relationship's true right here, and that means that angle's got to be 100. And those two angles would be consecutive interior angles, which should be supplementary, but 70 and 100 equals 170, not 180. So consecutive interior angles, can't use that. That knocks them out from being parallel. Let's see. And also, this angle here would be 70, either linear pair or by vertical angles. I could use either theorem. And that means that this angle and this angle would be alternate exterior angles, which should be congruent, but 170 and 180. So that doesn't make, we can't prove parallel that way. Let's see, what about this angle here? If it's 100, this angle must be 80. And then these two angles here would be alternate interior angles, which we would expect to be, or would need to be congruent if the oars were parallel, but they're not. 170 is 180. Let's see, we've ruled out corresponding angles, we've ruled out consecutive interior angles, we've ruled out alternate exterior angles, and we've ruled out alternate interior angles. None of those would prove parallel, and the answer is this is just not possible. I don't have any angle pair relationship from this picture, given the information that we're told, that would let me prove that those oars are parallel. They're in the water with the boat itself as a transversal, which means they're not moving in a straight line with maximum efficiency. Somebody needs to get on the stick and do a little better, don't you think? Using angle relationships to try to prove lines are parallel. In this case, we couldn't prove it.